Hello, beautiful soul. My name's Jodie, and I wanted to talk to you today about what I like to call the true self. A few years ago, I had what's known as a near-death experience, and within this experience, something happened. For me personally, it happened while I was during surgery, and I woke up during surgery to what I thought was reality. Now, as I woke up, my experience was I could see, feel, and hear everything around me. However, I couldn't scream, I couldn't move, and I realized I couldn't even breathe. So I literally had no control whatsoever about what was happening around me. And it did something. It forced me to the point before the scalpel was about to cut into my neck that I had to let go and completely surrender to the situation. So something actually happened when I did. A whole feeling of complete peace came over me like a thick, warm blanket. And I guess was transported into a different world in which there was just absolutely nothingness and peace. So, this beautiful experience, I didn't realize at the time, was a phenomenal gift. Now, as I came out of surgery and actually woke up into this physical reality, I was quite shocked. And as you can imagine, it was quite traumatic. Nothing actually happened to the point of me experiencing this extreme pain because I surrendered, but it still happened. To me, it was very real. Now, it took a few months for me to unpack all of exactly what happened. And it wasn't until I saw a medium friend that she explained to me that I had actually what's known as died. Now, when I died, I left my physical body and went into another dimension, which was completely peace. It was just blackness and peace, and it was absolutely beautiful. So when I returned to this physical body, I wasn't quite sure what happened, why it had happened, or how it had happened. But what it did was crack open what I thought and what I believed to know as reality. And it sent me on a bit of a journey through life to uncover what had happened. Now, basically, I finally have reached a point where I can comfortably say I have a pretty good understanding of exactly what happened. And this beautiful gift has enabled me to dive deeper in what we seem to feel and think is our reality. And because I've actually had the experience of leaving this reality and my complete reality being shifted through mindset and this cracking open of extreme proportions, I have been able to tap into something that is quite phenomenal as far as I'm concerned. So within this, there has been provided for me a channel. And when I say a channel, people regard themselves as a channel for source or spirit or even galactics. Basically, what a channel is a guide of a description that is able to relay messages or directions from the higher being, so higher self, whatever you want to call it, God, spirit, source, through to be able to communicate with people in a way that they might not be able to hear yet. Now, because of what happened to me, I completely and utterly know as a fact that every single person has the ability to tap into this gift. Now, everyone has different gifts, and I believe that we all are reaching a point in this evolution that we are becoming what's known as the one mind. Now, the one mind is something that is the ability to be able to share within each other the gifts that are in our field. So if you're connecting on the same frequency, the same field as other people, it is going to eventually enable you to be able to share these gifts. See, nobody is excluded. Nobody is better than anybody else. We're all just at different stages of our evolution. And the beauty about frequency and vibration is that information is actually a vibration. And so what this means is that until people are actually ready to receive it, they're not going to be on the frequency where it's going to be brought to them or make any sense or interest them at all. It's kind of like if you're spiritual and your partner isn't, and it doesn't really matter what you say, they don't get it. And that, I've learned that from experience. But there's nothing wrong with that, because we are ultimately exactly where we need to be in this lifetime for our souls to be able to progress forward. So there's quite a number of tricks and gifts and practices that we can follow so that we can teach ourselves how to become less of the self that we've created and more of the true self to be able to shine through. Now, I'm so excited to be able to be sharing this journey with you. And it doesn't matter if you're not one to want to share it, just come along and let me know if you have any questions or you're stuck on anything in particular. And I might be able to focus on that in a separate video and be able to bring everyone what they need for these tips and tricks, because ultimately I believe as we unlock gifts within each other, the entire world will rise. And as we rise, we are going to be able to see the future in a completely different way. So come with me, hit the subscribe button if you're interested in finding out more about what I call the true self and our journey in this beautiful evolution, turning ascension into success in all aspects of our life. See ya.